Michael Jordan's flair, charisma, control, understanding the game. Nobody can do that. He was so graceful with the basketball, and he would change gears on you and change direction really, really quick. It's just amazing, man. If you see it, in person, it's like, we're like, oh, we start a fast break, somebody's gonna get dunked on, and it's gonna be Michael dunking on somebody. In the 1990 Eastern Conference Finals, I think the Bulls was really getting to figure us out. Joe Dumars used to guard him first because that's the beginning of the game. Then once he got out the game, I had to go guard him. I don't think anybody else could have guarded him. John Sally, Rick Mahorn, Bill Laimbeer, no. Whenever he got the ball, I'm pretty much like nose to nose with him because I didn't want him to do anything to embarrass me. I named the Jordan rule. If he goes to the hole, put him on the ground. If you see some of those clips, you'll see that we just hit him every time we go to the basket. And he's always on the ground, like in pain. But he always gets back up. He learned after a while, man, that he just took control from there. I think people really saw one of the best performances in the NBA when Michael played against us. And we didn't let anyone do that against us. But almost put 50 on us quick. Check his resume out. It's awesome. It's like, wow, this guy is amazing.
The tallest building in the world, the Sears Tower, and the pride of Chicago, where we get ready for playoff basketball.
Good evening.
Welcome, everyone, to the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm Kevin Harlan with Coach Mike Fratello and Clark Kello. We have Game 3 between the Pistons and the Bulls. Mike, I hope you can hear me. This Chicago arena is rocking right now.
Well, this city knows how pivotal this game is for the Bulls. It's a must-win situation for Chicago, and they'll need to be at their best to stand a chance.
Oh, and that won't be easy. Michael Jordan and the Bulls, Clark, have so far been stifled by this great Piston D.
Well, the Pistons are known as the bad boys, and for good reason. The defense is suffocating, it's physical, it's disruptive, and it's unrelenting. Chicago has to find some way to get their offense going in this series.
As you always say, they hang their hats on their defensive play.
That's right.
Here now, a look at the starting five for the Pistons. It's Thomas and Dumars in the backcourt. Rodman and Laimbeer, the fearsome frontcourt pair. And in the middle, James Edwards. Looking at the starting five for the Bulls. Paxson runs the point. Grant and Cartwright play in the post at the 4 and 5. And on the wings, it's the dynamic duo of Jordan and Pippen.
And the Pistons' defense, so physical. You know you'll get bumped and banged up against them. They are both intimidating and effective.
Now, here's Dumars. Guys, we've seen this pressure from the Bulls' defense before. And Clark, with the Pistons and their defense, they've also imposed what they call the Jordan rules. What is that?
Well, I tell you, it's 10 eyes on Jordan at all times, sending doubles, triples, and traps at Jordan whenever he has the ball, Kevin. And they know he's the key to the Bulls' offense, so they're really trying to cut him down with a lot of bodies and a lot of physicality. And so far, through the first 2 games, it's worked.
That's a good explanation.
Boy, what a brain-neutral pass that was. I hope he learns from that one. My goodness.
Goes up off the inbound. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Mike, the Bulls have had some turnover problems in this series, and that is something they're going to have to avoid here.
Without question, 19 turnovers for them last game. You know the Pistons bring the pressure. Bulls have to minimize unforced errors.
Especially at this stage of the season in big games like this. Dumars. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Rodman.
Nice find there by Rodman, leading to the bucket.
Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And it's Jordan slamming it down.
Did you see that? Jordan putting on a show, folks.
Here's Thomas. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Rodman kicks to Dumars. Just 5 to shoot. And Grant sends it back.
Great defense from the big man there. Grant positioning himself perfectly to get the block.
Mike Fratello, Michael Jordan, through the first 2 games, has been solid, but we know he is capable of more.
Just 20 points for him last game. I would imagine he does everything in his power to put up bigger numbers than that tonight.
This could be an all-timer. The stage is set, and it's one that Isaiah Thomas knows well. And for more on that, here's our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, this is an ongoing story. We have Isaiah Thomas coming back to his native Chicago. He's talked about how he wanted to play with the Bulls and how he used to sneak into this arena. Obviously, he's very happy in Detroit, but he loves this building, and he usually plays well here. Guys?
Thanks, D.A. And, of course, Mike, Isaiah's backcourt partner has shined as well.
Joe Dumars, the MVP of last year's finals, leading them in scoring in the first 2 games at the Palace.
It's about as good a backcourt, I think, as this league has ever seen, wouldn't you say?
A very versatile backcourt.
And Clark, Isaiah Thomas, just 8 points in Game 1, and then he had 10 points in Game 2. He wants to get it going tonight. You can just feel it.
Absolutely, and you figure Zeke will have to be better than that. I mean, he's too good of a player to put up numbers like that all series long.
Yeah, I agree. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
You know, the separator with Jordan from other guys is his drive. That's obvious in my mind. He wants to win more than most anybody else out there on the floor.
Now, here's Dumars. Edwards passes to Dumars. And again, unable to change momentum here. They've been taking care of business clearly.
Especially at the offensive end where they've been totally in sync.
Totally. Paxson against Thomas. Passes to Jordan. Back to Pippen. Hands it from downtown.
And they're pressing their advantage here, looking to extend this lead.
Not content to rest on their laurels. They'll continue to attack.
You know, this Pistons team is so strong and focused on the road. I don't think the crowd in Chicago is going to be any problem at all for them.
And the Pistons with the second-best road record in the league. A team full of veterans, they have plenty of composure to spare in this series.
Edwards dishes to Rodman. They grab their own miss. And so Jordan will bring it up for Chicago. 8-point game. And the shot goes in. Jordan's got 13.
Right out of the starting blocks. They've been dominant at the offensive end.
And that early momentum has helped them put together a nice lead.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Michael Jordan really making a difference here.
He's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Kings checked in for Cartwright. Neely comes in for Horace Grant. Armstrong subbed in for John Paxson. Detroit also making some changes. Sally, he's checked in for Edwards. Aguirre comes in for Dennis Rodman. And it's Johnson in for Pippen with the bucket.
They've been the aggressors right from the start, asserting themselves from the very beginning.
Yeah, they're setting the tone, and they're doing it on both ends of the floor. And the Bulls seemingly over their injury issues now. Paxson's ankle and Jordan's hip are looking close to 100%.
And you know, Mike, it was obvious how those injuries impacted the Bulls early on. In games 1 and 2, their backcourt was just not at full strength.
Here's Neely. Pass to Armstrong. Upside Pippen, over Aguirre, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Pippen's got his third basket of the night right there. They need to find a high percentage shot, Clark, to regain some of that confidence.
I think they've gone too long without seeing one go down, and that begins to mess with your psyche.
Jordan. Up and in on the layup. And that's 15 points for Jordan.
And, you know, their lead just continues to grow, and it's not just because of their offense. They're getting it done at both ends.
Yeah, their defense has been stellar as well. Great work on both ends.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
The pass to King. Armstrong kicks to Jordan. Armstrong passes to Jordan. King, that's good.
early on, they built this lead on the power of paint points.
Being aggressive.
Got it! A cold-blooded buzzer beater!
Clutch! Much in the clutch! Woohoo! How about that?
And so it's the Chicago Bulls riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We come back right after this. Welcome back, everyone, to Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals here in Chicago.
And early in this series, the Pistons have had a big bench advantage. A lot of points shipped in from the second unit. It's a problem for the Bulls.
And Detroit, looking at who they've got. They've got Dumars. Edwards is out there with Sally. Then there's Aguirre. And it's Thomas in at the one. Thomas kicks to Dumars. Outside, Aguirre. Outside, Dumars. To the paint. Here's Sally. Chicago grabs the miss. Hey, Clark, remember in Game 1, the Bulls only managed 12 points from their bench.
But they did get it going in Game 2, Kevin, but so did the Pistons. I think the Pistons have a deeper and more battle-tested bench. Somebody on Chicago's side is going to have to really step up.
Here's Thomas. Absolutely nothing falling for Thomas in this series. And it's mighty frustrating for him. Here's Jordan. And it's Jordan slamming it down. Mike Jordan is coming out of the gate hot, as we can see, shaking off that last 20-point performance.
And this was one of the more predictable things to happen. Jordan is just too competitive and driven to not come out strong after last game.
We knew it was going to happen.
You cannot expect Thomas to miss a guy that open. I mean, he's got such a great eye for spotting shooters ready to shoot. The story of their offense so far has been just that, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
You know, I can imagine that coach is giving them an earful about what's happening in the paint. They've got to clean that up.
Yeah, their interior defense has been too easy to crack. Time to get physical down low.
And the Bulls making a change here. Grant's checked in. Detroit with the ball. Outside, Aguirre. Pass to Sally. Back to Aguirre. 6 to shoot. He's got 5 now.
Looking at the Pistons, you have to appreciate their approach. They play to their strengths and keep a very level head throughout the game.
And a look at the two stars of these teams. Michael Jordan, coach, has been magnificent early on.
This is exactly how Jordan and the Bulls wanted to start things off. Jordan is locked in. He looks like he's on his way to another incredible performance.
And with the Pistons' approach, Clark, it's almost methodical how they go about things.
Kevin, it's not only methodical, it is maniacal and physical. And that's what being a champion does to you. This team knows they're great. They feel if they play their game, nobody can beat them physically, but more importantly, emotionally and mentally.
So confident. Outside, Aguirre. Dumars against Jordan. Edwards drawing the double team. And Grant sends it back. 3-on-3. Armstrong gets the bucket.
Take a look at this Pistons offense, and they run an awful lot of pick-and-roll action effectively because they're an excellent passing team, and they work really well together.
Thomas's shot is off.
I'm sure he's upset right now. He had a space, had it all lined up, but just couldn't convert on the mid-range jumper.
Looking to stretch this lead out even further, going right after his shot.
And the defense continues to not be up to the challenge.
Here's Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Boy, Dumars does such a really good job sharing the rock. A willing passer.
Mike, looking at this Pistons offense, the pick and roll, the screen roll game is very deadly with Isaiah Thomas.
and it opens up everything for them as well. The team plays very unselfishly, always looking for a great shot and rarely settle for bad ones.
Very smart team. Purdue is checked in for Chicago. Then for the Pistons, Lambier checks in for Salad. And it's Johnson in for Joe Dumars. Now the Bulls have done a much better job, Clark, limiting turnovers in this game.
And it seems like they've made a concentrated effort to be more careful, to squeeze that orange a little bit better. You can see the change compared to the last game.
Goes up the baseline. Jordan with the bucket. Jordan's got 31.
Boy, what a ruthless, wicked dribble move that time by Jordan. Threw his defender off and got the space he needed to fire.
And for a word about the Pistons' second unit, we send it to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, typically the Pistons only play 8 guys, but they may go 12 deep now. Scott Hastings has started something called the bench bandits in Detroit. They wear rubber bands on their left wrists. And if one of those last 4 guys isn't paying attention, they snap it. It's kind of a painful way to stay focused. Guys, back to you.
It seems that way. Something's working, though. Mike, in the first 2 games, Pistons bench outscored the Bulls bench by 30 points.
That's a whopping margin. It's been no contest. A major storyline in this series.
Agreed. Once again, Thomas struggling, Clark, to find any rhythm on offense.
And I'm wondering, Kevin, if it's the Bulls' defense or something else. He's had a tough time getting his shot to fall. And Jordan is simply amazing at finishing through contact. Doesn't matter what you throw at him or who, he finds a way to score.
Aguirre kicks to Lambier. Here's Johnson. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Great defense. Forcing a tough shot. Getting a hand up on him is a must.
Jordan can't get it to go.
And got to be honest here. I mean, he should have made that.
I bet it's not going to affect his confidence, though. He's going to keep taking those shots, showing off the soft touch and the value of having an effective floater in your arsenal.
Jordan trying to the hoop, and it's Jordan with the jam.
Powering his way to the rack. I love when Jordan shows no mercy on the rim.
And here's Thomas, who brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
B.J. Armstrong.
Using his quickness on the interior. That's Thomas's advantage.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
At the line for the Pistons, Isaiah Thomas.
That free throw good from Thomas. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And both free throws good for Thomas.
You know, Thomas plays the game with such an edge and attitude and great confidence, and I think that gives him an edge out there on the court. He's always willing to go the extra mile.
And so it's Michael Jordan making things happen for the Chicago Bulls. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. We'll get right back. Welcome, everyone, back to Chicago. It's the Bulls and Pistons in an Eastern Conference Finals showdown. The Pistons on offense.
One thing the Bulls need to make sure they do is attack the rim. They settled for way too many outside looks the first few games. You need to test the Pistons inside.
They've got Grant. Michael Jordan is out there with Paxson. Then it's Cartwright, and it's Pippen in at the small forward position.
And what a finisher Jordan is on these slams, putting on a show for the fans.
Jordan against Dumars. Rodman outside. Passes it to Lambier. Pistons passing it around. Just 5 on the clock. Pippen with the steal. Jordan against Dumars. And it's Jordan. That time on the assist by Pippen. Pippen's got his 6th assist on the night. And the Pistons with possession here. Outside Dumars. Back to Thomas. Dishes to Lambier. Shoots over Grant. Bank shot. No good.
And regardless of how this series goes, what a successful year it's been for Chicago. 55 wins, the second most in franchise history.
Fantastic look. Excellent start to this second half.
Easy hoops out at halftime. That really can get your team rolling.
Outside Dumars. Lets it go from 14. The shot, no good. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Hey, Clark, no matter how this series shakes out, you feel the Bulls are poised for something bigger in the future.
Clearly, Kevin, the foundation is laid. They've got a star and a really good core group. I think it's just a matter of growing this group together, maturing, becoming more confident and physical, and you could see them competing for a title in the very near future.
We've seen this process before. It takes time, sometimes, for teams to get by a tough opponent.
Great point, Kevin, and there's no denying it. You don't see teams become championship teams overnight. There's a seasoning and a journey that's required to become champions.
They look to him offensively, a player who makes an impact on this end.
Here's Jordan. That one falls, coming off of Paxson's feed. Jordan's got 10 points in just the second half.
And, you know, these teams met 5 times during the regular season, and the Pistons won 4 of those meetings. That has to be a factor in the back of the minds of the Chicago Bulls.
Sally, he's checked in for Detroit.
Team foul. Pistons substitution.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Dumars. The rebound by Cartwright. If you look back to the prior year, Mike Fratello, the Pistons won all 6 regular season games and the Eastern Conference Finals against the Bulls.
It's a budding rivalry. The Pistons aren't intimidated by Jordan. Feels like these teams have been in each other's way the last few years.
Which makes for a great rival. It's Dumars on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Sally's shot is off. And Jordan Mike continues to get things to fall. What a show he is putting on tonight.
You can see the fire in Jordan's eyes. He's on a mission to make a statement this game. We've seen this from Jordan before. He lurks around the offensive glass.
Rodman looking it over. Outside Dumars. Got a piece of it. Inside. The shot's good from Rodman. Rodman's got his second bucket of the night.
Really good cut from Rodman. They're being rewarded for working hard in that screen and roll action.
And then Jordan slams it in.
That will make the highlight loop.
Definitely dunk contest material.
This is what the fans pay to come see.
Pass to Rodman.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Now here's Thomas.
2 minutes.
He's got 11. And the rejection by Pippen.
Pippen putting in the work to get there for the denial. That was really a nice hustle play.
Well, Thomas started off hot, but Clark, he's once again having a hard time finishing plays against the Chicago defense.
And, you know, Kevin, it looked as though he had figured things out in that first half, but since then, Zeke has definitely cooled off.
In the second half now, and Mike, as we can see, Jordan continues to lead the way.
And you can't help but be impressed by the show Jordan is putting on. There is no way for them to slow down or contain his airness.
He's been wonderful. Here's Lambier. Here's Sally. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Some solid defense from Grant. Paxson outside. The 3. Rebound, Detroit. Outside Thomas. To the inside. And even 3-on-3 break. Lets it go from the wing. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim.
Good find there by Grant. He's a really solid decision maker who plays within himself and within his role.
Trying to find a way out of this rut, Mike.
Yeah, looking to regain some momentum offensively.
You know, and to put things simply, they've outworked the opposition on the glass, which is why they have this lead.
Yeah, coach has to be really happy with their effort on the board. Just being absolutely relentless and torching the opposition as a result.
Whoa, man, what a slam.
He's showing off, isn't he? That's just a show-off move right there.
More than a little bit, he was going for... Highlight reel dunk.
17 seconds left in the third. Thomas gets a wide open look. The shot's good. Rodman making the play. Rodman's got 4 assists in the game. Paxson passes to Jordan. The dish to Pippen. Down low. Here's Grant. Misses there. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Bulls ahead, running away with this one. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when... Here we go, the 4th quarter on the way in this crucial Game 3 in the Eastern Conference Finals. And here are the Bulls now.
And you look at the coaches in this matchup. Obviously, the Pistons have a legend on their bench who has won a title. But the Bulls have shown well under Coach Jackson.
On the court for the Pistons, Sally is out there with Bedford. Then it's Henderson. Then it's Johnson. And it's Rodman in at the 3 slot. The first free throw is good. And Coach Phil Jackson in his first full year with the Bulls.
And you know, Kevin, Jackson has changed the offensive approach for this team. He was an assistant before with the Bulls, so he understands their personnel. Seems like a really good fit so far into his tenure.
Yeah, he was an assistant under Doug Collins.
Yep.
And here's Henderson outside Rodman. Here's Henderson. The pass to Sally. Rebound by Pippen. Mike Fratello, what a gigantic night for Michael Jordan against these Detroit Pistons.
First game of the series at home, you knew this would be Michael's time to shine. What a memorable performance from an elite player.
Against these bad boys from Detroit. Pass to Henderson. Here's Sally. Kicks it to Rodman. Pistons passing it around. Clock at 6. The shot's good from Sally. 1 minute now into this 4th quarter. Lets it fly from 18. Henderson pulls it in.
And even though that one didn't go down, that's really good shot selection.
This is what the coaches are encouraging, even when these type of shots don't fall. Nice sense of when to move the ball and get the assist.
Passes it to Carter. In the corner, it's Jordan. And the 3 ball is good. Jordan's got 59 points.
Accurate from deep. Jordan's a guy you have to track beyond the arc.
Rodman dishes to Johnson. Pass to Henderson. To the middle. Got a piece of it. King with the steal. In transition, here come the Bulls. Baseline try. And Pippen with the basket. The assist by Cartwright. Cartwright's got 5 assists tonight.
This is a shot Pippen is very comfortable with. He's extremely effective in the mid-range.
Now the pass to Rodman. Now here's Johnson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And the Bulls ahead in this one, Clark. They've minimized mistakes, and they have the lead to show for it.
Exactly, and you know, sometimes it's really simple. Take care of the ball, get good shots, then usually good things happen. Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Johnson.
Known as the microwave, Johnson, one of those players that can heat it up in a hurry. And once he does, watch out, because he's going to be aggressive and filling that bucket up.
Hodges checked in for the Bulls. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Greenwood's checked in for Sally.
He's been a reliable offensive option, currently maintaining an impressive field goal percentage in this game.
Rodman kicks to Johnson. Out to the right wing. Ball's knocked loose. The rebound by Cartwright. Cartwright's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Hodges. To the right side. Outside Jordan. Over Rodman. And it's Chicago scoring again.
And once Jordan gets rolling, you're done. Because he's relentless in how he continues to attack.
Armstrong against Henderson. Pass to Johnson. In the corner, Henderson with it. Lots of room. And Rodman finishes inside.
Good hustle from Rodman inside. He knows he can convert on a close-range look.
Here's Jordan. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
Priority and goal number 1 has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
Wasted no time on that one. Henderson's got his first basket of the night.
Tough matchup because of the height differential, but he did a nice job carving out space for his shot there.
Craftiness beating size.
Armstrong gets the bucket.
Great strength. Armstrong flexing his muscles on that one.
2 minutes
outside Rodman. Back to Johnson. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Rodman. It's all in by the Bulls. Here's Armstrong. A three-pointer is right on target.
Quick adjustment that time by Armstrong. Gets the ball and gets his shot off immediately.
Outside Rodman. Here's Bedford. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Jordan, the pass to Cartwright. Corner shot, and a little luck that time, but it drops.
They're starting to idle down and settle in. Much better shot selection this half.
Yeah, they're showing great patience at the offensive end.
Greenwood's shot is good.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Hodges the pass to Armstrong. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Making the correct decision. Hodges with the assist.
Henderson against Armstrong. Henderson, no good. Mike, they have been fantastic tonight, haven't they?
What a performance from them.
Drew the foul, had the chance to sink it, too.
I thought it was still going in, even with the physical defense.
And he knocks down the first one. So for the Bulls, Purdue comes in for Cartwright, and Neely subbed in for King. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Hastings, he's checked in for Dennis Rodman. Johnson with it. He's picked up by Jordan. There's 39 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Hastings, no good. Here's Chicago. Jordan down low. Henderson defending, and Jordan gets it to go.
That should put a stamp on this one.
Great way to close out a victory.
Henderson passes to Johnson. Passes it to Hastings. Henderson with it. Here's Greenwood. Here's Johnson. Offensive rebound on the wing. Johnson. Back in a game they needed to win so badly. Michael Jordan and the Bulls get the win. What a tremendous effort from Chicago.
Series now moves to 2-1. The Bulls are very much in it.
This team should be coming out and supporting your team. Please take care to get home safely, and we'll see you at the next event.